Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos. And I've been doing a lot of research of what's going on in the latest football news and all the transfer rooms, so I am going to update you now. I've just read a report, seen quite a few reports. Apparently Kylian Mbappe, the young 18-year-old, has agreed personal terms with PSG. PSG, a team who've got the likes of Neymar, who they've just captured for an absolute world record fee, absolutely astronomical business. They've got Figo Silva in there. They have now got Dani Alves in there, and they've also got Angel Di Maria. So, well, he's been there anywhere, but PSG are planning to put Mbappe in the mix with Neymar and in the mix with the rest of the PSG team. This is what PSG are keen on, and apparently personal terms have been agreed with the player, with the long speculation of what's going on with Mbappe, as he did make it clear that he does want to leave Monaco, and we know Monaco have lost a lot of their players. So basically Nike have suggested and made it clear they want this deal to successfully go through, and they've already spent £198 million of PSG. They've also got Dani Alves added into there as well. So this would take their tally, if they were to get Mbappe, who is rated as about at least £160 million, plus we've got including the add-ons as well, which would nearly be touching £200 million. So that would add their tally to maybe £350 million or something in total if they want to get Mbappe on the board. And according to the LA Queen, they've just suggested as well, Mbappe's favoured destinations would be either Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain. So Madrid are still confident they can get him on the board. PSG are hoping they can get Mbappe. But PSG have been interested in a few of our players. They've been in there for Fabinho. I think Monaco were reluctant and resisted to sell the player to a French rival. PSG have been quite a lot, and they're now eyeing a move for Kylian Mbappe. I don't know if there's been any negotiations. There hasn't been a potential fee agreed. All it did say was the main part of it was personal terms had been agreed with Kylian Mbappe, a player that's attracted numerous interests from other teams. They've had Arsenal there. They've had a 120 million bid rejected. Liverpool have also been in there, but he's got better options out there. He's not going to go to Liverpool. He wouldn't reach that higher level pedigree at Liverpool, really, to quite fair. They're not in the opposition anymore. Barcelona have made inquiries about Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid are still in there for the player. So teams, absolute bag full of teams have been interested. We know Manchester City have been interested. They're willing to pay £141 million for the player or something like that. They'd been in negotiation with Monaco before. Real Madrid have been in negotiations with Monaco before. So yeah, that's about it. So reports suggested the other day that he hasn't mentioned he'd like to favour a move to Manchester City. He only mentioned PSG and Real Madrid, but he was pictured the other day on a photo shoot with Sané. That could have stirred up suggestions, and Bernardo Silva was keen on getting him to Manchester City, for them two to reunite again. But City have done good business with Monaco so far, and City have spent over £200 million, and they may not give up on the pursuit of Mbappe still. So apparently PSG have agreed personal terms for Kylian Mbappe, and this could put an effect on Manchester United in a way, because we're hoping Real Madrid get the pursuit of Mbappe, so then we can get the signing of Gareth Bale, because Mbappe, if he goes to Real Madrid have to offload so he can get guaranteed that first team football. And if the deal goes through, whatever team he goes to, Kylian Mbappe, because he has insisted he wants to leave, he's going to become in that list as one of the world's most highest paid players. And the most expensive youngest player, because he is one of the highest prospects in world football. He's 18, his performances for France are absolutely sublime, and loads of teams have looked to capture him. PSG really, in my opinion, haven't been mentioned much on the equation. They haven't really been mentioned, but PSG have been keen. So they've also eyed other moves out if they don't get Kylian Mbappe of Paris Saint-Germain. So so the only way we'll get Bale is if Mbappe makes the move to Real Madrid. Real Madrid have been in negotiations. He's rated as an £160 million player, so they're looking to offload Bale so they can raise these funds, you know. But we'll see. We'll see if he ever goes to PSG or if he indeed goes to Real Madrid. It's a bit insanity judging one player though after one season. But apparently now Mourinho's had a press conference. Now he's convinced he does want Bale and he will try his hardest to get Bale on the board. He's had a few things to say in his press conference. He said he would like to get Gareth Bale on the board. He'd like to fight off the other coaches and stuff. And he also said it will be a plan. He'll have an idea tomorrow. If Bale is participating in the game tomorrow, then he may still think he will be wanted by Real Madrid. But now apparently we know Florentino Perez has been under pressure for the last couple of years, you know, to sanction Bale, you know, under pressure the last couple of years to maybe sanction Bale off, you know, due to his fitness setbacks. And he's insisted as Florentino Perez, because he has been in talks with him apparently, he needs to do better with his injury management as well. So there has been talks about that going on as well. So Bale has been injury prone. You know, with his injuries, he hasn't participated in a lot of games as Gareth Bale. You know, Manchester United have been interested in the player since 2013. You know, 4 years now have been interested in him. Bale did admit, though, I think he's been interacting on WhatsApp with Modric or his teammates, and he's basically made it clear he wants to leave and he wants to make the move to Old Trafford, does Gareth Bale. So we'll probably be paying up to £90 million for the player. Chelsea are in the race as well. I think City have entered the race as well. Chelsea are still in the race for Bale. It isn't one of their main targets, but they are in the race. So we'll be paying the fee, basically, what Real Madrid paid Tottenham for him. So, but he's a fantastic player. He's won honours at Real Madrid, Champions Leagues, La Ligas, and when he's fully match fit and he plays in them games, he is absolutely world class player. He's Gareth Bale. So yeah, the agent and as I said, Florentino Perez and Zidane have come to an agreement. They don't need a 4-man attack. They're keen on getting Mbappe. And then the favour changed a little bit, saying he currently wasn't for sale, as they had called their interest in Mbappe. But then things had turned around again, and Zidane hasn't really been keen on sanctioning him off. But I think Perez and Zidane have come to an agreement, you know, to maybe sanction him off. And I think Real Madrid still may want to sanction Gareth Bale off, but Mourinho is convinced he will prepare and he will put an 85-90 million bid in, and we will get the capture of Gareth Bale, you know, a player with tremendous speed, good in the air, good at going forward, good at putting balls into the box. And Real Madrid, he has made it clear he has been banned up to the Premier League clubs, so we'll have to see. So hopefully a deal will come to an agreement. Well, I might need to get a sick. Just still bleeding working this sick. Anything else to update you on today? And yes, we also know, going back to City have targeted Mbappe. City have also targeted Sanchez. Sanchez, who currently didn't participate in the Community Shield, Sanchez has made it clear now. He has made it clear. He's dropped an in and he's notified his teammates. He will be seeing out the final year with Arsenal and Arsene Wenger. He will be seeing out his final year with the club as his contract is coming into an end. Sanchez has made this clear. His decision has been futures, and he insisted now that he is staying with Arsenal. After the long growing speculation, you know, of him saying that he wants Champions League football, he was demanding a £400,000 a week contract. PSG were making negotiations about it when they had that meeting that time, potentially making a move. We know City had been interested in the player because he was keen on reuniting with Pep Guardiola after the works together fantastically well at Barcelona. And Sanchez, I think he did want to leave, and I said all along Arsene Wenger was standing firm. He was being ruthless, and he didn't believe in any of it, and he had a few press conferences to confirm that. He didn't believe anything what the media say, and he said it was all mistranslated what was mentioned. So yes, Sanchez, it's now confirmed Sanchez is staying with Arsenal to see out his final year with the club. A player that's won now 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons. So he wants Champions League football, but he'll be seeing out his final year, will Alexis Sanchez. It looks realistically like he was going, but I said since he's come back from sickness and flu, he has looked happy training. He has looked very, very happy. So that's the difference. So yeah, Sanchez now won't be available. City were prepared to offer him like £320,000 a week. They were prepared to offer him maybe over £45 million. You know, player probably one of the best. You know, he's essential player. He's one of Arsenal's best players. He hit over 30 goals last season in all competitions. So Arsenal fans would have been disappointed if he would have departed the club. Also, I've got latest news to update you guys on now with Philippe Coutinho. The long-going speculation about Philippe Coutinho is now Barcelona. It probably is Barcelona's #1 target to get Philippe Coutinho on the board. Apparently, there has been negotiations going on between the two clubs. Klopp is still standing firm in this situation. He doesn't currently want to sanction Philippe Coutinho off because they know how much of an important player Philippe Coutinho is. But what was said now, they've had a 72 million bid rejected. They've had a 89 million bid rejected. And I think Barcelona are looking more in the region now. Is it between 120, 130 million pounds to pay for the player to get him away from Liverpool? A player I think that's been at Liverpool 3 or 4 years now, and his overall performances are fantastic. You know, I think he scored 11 goals last season for Liverpool, but now Barcelona have offloaded Neymar. That maybe is their #1 target to replace. So on several occasions, Barcelona officials have been in discussions with Coutinho's representatives about getting a deal finalised. I don't know if a fee has come to a full-on agreement as yet, but as I did say, when big money comes at you, it is hard to reject. And Barcelona now, they've got that money, are preparing to offer mega amounts of money, over £100 million probably for the player. So, but the Brazilian journalist has given an update. He has confirmed there may be a meeting scheduled, you know, for further negotiations, you know, to try and get the deal completed. But Philippe Coutinho's adamant that he does want to leave Liverpool, and looks like he will be going to Barcelona. But funny thing is, PSG have said as well. Well, things have said if they do fail to get the pursuit of Mbappe, they will turn their attentions on Philippe Coutinho. So, but it looks realistically that he's going to Barcelona. So, Barcelona with that money now, they could get another 2 or 3 players in. That's what they're aiming for. Another 2 or 3 players to replace Neymar. So, who else did they target? With the Ousmane Dembele situation, I haven't really looked into that. We know Barcelona are also targeting Ousmane Dembele. Apparently it said terms had been agreed, and apparently Ousmane Dembele loves Barcelona. He's quoted a few stuff out. Apparently the director was due to go to Germany to discuss a potential deal. So to the representative, that may have happened today, of agreeing a potential fee. But it won't come cheap. You know, he'll be going around for a staggering at least 90, 100 million pounds you'd have to pay to get Ousmane Dembele from Borussia Dortmund. He's class though. He's a 2-footed player. His performances for France are absolutely sublime. You know, a prolific goal scorer, good young age, fantastic talent, just like Mbappe really is Ousmane Dembele. And Borussia Dortmund may still want to keep him, but as I did say, if Barcelona offer the right kind of money, Ousmane Dembele will leave and join Barcelona, as I keep saying. So, is there anything else to update you guys on today? They've targeted Griezmann of Barcelona. Griezmann, I think they've got that transfer ban obviously, but they've possibly looked at him. He has got a release clause, but now they can meet that when the transfer ban's up. But I can't see Thingy leaving. Griezmann, I think Wafran's made it clear that he's happy with Atletico Madrid. They've targeted Verratti, but I think Verratti's happy at PSG now. I think he's signed another contract. He's got Raiola as his agent, so we could have been in the incentive to get him then, but I think he's decided to stay at PSG. You know, he's competitive, very attacking. He is good in that midfield as much as I'd love him, but we're not going to get Marco Verratti. I think we've gone for Marco Verratti before. We have targeted him in the past. We've targeted numerous players in the past. We've gone for Cruz before, never happened. Gone for Bale, hasn't happened. It could still happen now. We've gone for Griezmann before, gone for him again, hasn't happened. You know, we've gone for Muller before, hasn't happened. So we have missed out on potential targets if you can take that into consideration. So also, Arsenal are still in advanced talks with Thomas Lemar. Apparently now Barcelona have entered the race with Arsenal, and Arsenal are not happy about this. Barcelona have targeted Thomas Lemar. We know Liverpool have been in there for Thomas Lemar, but they're in discussions of around, I think it's around about £50 million they're going to capture him for, but he does want to leave the club, does Thomas Lemar. So does Mbappe, and he's basically made it clear as Thomas Lemar. And even the manager's made it clear that he said these key players are for sale from Monaco. So yeah, they've had bids rejected before of Arsenal, but they are still in negotiations of getting Thomas Lemar. That is one of their main priority targets, is Arsenal. They've also targeted young Jerry. Apparently Barcelona are in the hunt for him as well. I think he's 25, 26. Plays for Nice, scored 26 goals last season. No, not 26 goals, 7 goals, sorry, should I say. This young Jerry lad who plays for Nice. He can play at the right, he can play in the centre. So, yeah, but Liverpool, as I keep going back to Liverpool won't want to sell Coutinho, really, unless they can find alternative replacements, because they still need to address the midfield, because now I don't think they're getting anywhere in Mbappe. I don't think he's extending his contract, but I think now they're waiting until next summer to maybe capture him. Maybe wait until his 48 million release clause gets reduced or lowered down. This may not be able to get triggered, as Red Bulls are standing firm basically, and Liverpool have had bids rejected for the player before. He operates in that number 8 role, and Liverpool wanted a player to operate in that number 8 role, and Naby Keita can do that. Very dynamic box to box midfielder as well. So there's no more signings being made anywhere, I don't think, anywhere since on my last video. But there's been more latest news, as I said, about Bale. Apparently now Mbappe has agreed terms with PSG, who haven't really heard much about them being really heavily linked with Mbappe. The only teams I've really known is Arsenal, Liverpool. I know Liverpool entered the race. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City. So PSG... He apparently he'd be his favourite destination would PSG, but it's his decision. He either goes to PSG or he goes to Real Madrid. For me, I want him to go to Real Madrid so we can capture Gareth Bale on the board. So we'll see. And Chelsea still have spent over 100 million. They're still looking into players. They've got I think Diego Costa is leaving. Obviously, John Terry's left. They've still got Fabregas in that team. You know, they're still looking at Alex Sandro, which is now not going to happen because I think Juventus have made it clear. They've had bids rejected for the Juventus start, but Juventus have made it clear. They were willing to break the world's defensive record, going ahead of Manchester City on the radar. But I think now that Juventus have lost 2 of their key players, they will not want to sell Dybala. And we know, again, with Barcelona, they're trying to maybe get Paulo Dybala on the board as well, who scored 16 goals 11 goals and 7 assists last season for Juventus. You wouldn't get him cheap, wouldn't come cheap. You'd probably get him for staggering over £100 million, Paulo Dybala. He's a player that I do like. He's a prolific goal scorer. He's good at leading them lines fantastically well. But we know Chelsea, for the entirety of the transfer window, have been interested in Alexis Sandro, but now they may not get him. I don't think they've got much problems in that defensive line. I said they've got Gary Cahill, they've got Azpilicueta, you know, they've got a lot of... they've got Azpilicueta, David Luiz, Azpilicueta, as I said. Rodiger now's in the mix as well. So Chelsea still may need a centre-back, but they've got Rodiger in there now. So they're looking for another right-back, apparently. That's Alex Sandro. They're still looking for some more midfielders, you know. They're heavily linked with Danny Drinkwater as well. I think Danny Drinkwater is considering he wants to leave Leicester, a player that did well. He got called up to England with his fantastic performances. And he's keen. He may be keen on looking to reunite with Kante in the middle of the park. You know, when they did fantastically well together at Leicester. Did them two, if I am going to be quite honest with you. But I don't know if there's been any negotiations going on between Chelsea and Leicester. I don't even think a bid's been an initial bid has been announced just as yet. But Chelsea will gear up their move for the player, because Danny Drinkwater has made it clear he does want to leave. And Chelsea did buy Kante for £30 million, and he has done well at Chelsea as Kante so far, and he did fantastically well at Leicester as well. And Danny Drinkwater is a player that didn't really make a senior appearance at United. He's been at Huddersfield, I think he's been at Cardiff before, but he still may be an iconic figure for Leicester, and he's just recently signed a 4-year deal with the club as well, so they may not sell him off, but if Chelsea offer him amount of money, they will offload Danny Drinkwater off. So yeah, so is there anything else to update you guys with today? Yeah guys, that's about it for today. As I did say, subscribe to my channel, drop your comments and likes below on my video, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.